Cross 18 left. 155 American 1062. American 28063. Line up and wait, American 303.
With a camera.
The following program comes to you in color.
Clear take off 18 left, American 303.
Good evening. It's Walt here at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. And you are watching another edition of Runway DFW After Dark. I can confirm it's after dark here, so we can officially say, although next week at this time it'll be a little less after dark, but nevertheless after dark, because the time change. Welcome to you, and we look to be in store for a couple of hours of nice plane spotting here in the nighttime. It's Monday, March the 4th, 2024. It's our third day in a row of broadcasting live for you, which we are always happy to do. There you see American flight, I believe this to be 526, going to Austin at the 737-800.
18 left, left wait, American 1222.
You unlock the tripod so we can follow along with this aircraft as it goes up into the sky, and we'll get that out of the way, get a little aviation action in there for you, and then I'll check the messaging. I should probably take that date out, shouldn't I?
At American 2354 on the east side.
Should I tell you what we've missed already? As I was pulling up, a Korean Air cargo, I think it was a 777, took off, and then we had the daily Airbus A380 head back to London. But I just couldn't get here any sooner. So here we are, under the canopy, which doesn't really do us any good at night, here at DFW Founders Plaza. It's a little different angle. You can see the airport beacon there in the upper right-hand corner next to our logo.
Call departure, American 536.
Lonnie Johansson is checking in with a $2 super chat. Lonnie's a member of the channel, and he says, good evening from Northeast Kansas, Walt. Thank you, Lonnie. I see a lot of folks in here. Now, Aaron says the canopy returns, but this is not the canopy that we need to have when... I had to reach over a little bit. This is not the canopy we needed on Saturday when we were here doing afternoon coverage. This is similar to the one that is still missing from the other side of Founders Plaza, where we needed the shade the other day. I think we can see it partially here. There you see the other canopy structure with no canopy atop it, so we hope that can get addressed soon for the shadiness of Founders Plaza denizens. Hang on a second.
Targeting runway 39, 30,000 visually.
Echo Alpha further 18 left, 23.
American 1272, good day.
Sorry, I plumb forgot to close the trunk of the car. This is flight 2709 American Airlines. It's an Airbus A321. It's going to Palm Springs out there in California.
One left for takeoff, 2709.
One left, on the way, Travis 4837.
We'll pull out and watch flight 2244 come in from Nashville. It's another 321 landing. So now we'll see if we can get the Palm Springs flight up in the air. So things we have to look forward to tonight. We should see, I believe we will see Qantas off to
R9B Park, 18 left, clear for takeoff, Skyline,
Sydney.
4837.
American Airlines off to Auckland, New Zealand.
Short 1 left, Whiskey Kilo, American 2244.
Let's see what else is on the docket here.
1 left, line up and wait, both way 3540.
I should do more preparation, but
Go to departure, American 2709.
I've got my other work to do in the daytime. Let's see. Qantas to Sydney, or Qantas from Sydney came in at 7. It's scheduled to go out, I think, later tonight. Don't see it on the list. Well, we'll sort it all out as things go by here. That, of course, was an American Eagle E-Jet. An E-Jet coming to us from Savannah, Georgia. Well, we got some smaller jets here right now, so let me take a pause.
Take about 3540.
We'll look over at our chat room here. I see Jennifer Rutherford, who is a channel member, with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Jennifer. Hi, Walt, says she. My dad said there's a flight between DFW and Tyler Airport. The flight itself is only 20 minutes and tickets are about $300 for one way. Well, I guess if you've got a monopoly, you can do that. I think I'd rent a car or something. Tyler. Yeah, wouldn't be a long flight. It would be certainly a half hour or so. You know, there's also American Eagle flights to Wichita Falls. It's about the same distance, I think, in the other direction. Sam Wilson says, Runway DFW, good evening. Good evening to you. M&M Plane Spotting says, hello everyone, looks like a beautiful night at the plaza. It is indeed. What's the thermometer say on my soundboard? 74 degrees. And yeah, it matches up with what the official temperature there on our screen says. Pittsburgh Don 77 channel member says, enjoying some plane spotting with Walt and the gang. And I appreciate that. Thank you, Pittsburgh Don. In the Keystone State, Robbie Batista says hello, everybody, and Walt. David Furlong says, thanks for the Qantas Flight 7 update. I wonder if it was canceled today. I wonder if Qantas Flight 8 would go out tonight. I don't know. I haven't done the full investigative procedure on that yet. Oh. The A-list flyer Chris says it's showing around 9:40 currently. That sounds about right. Bikash Timalsina says, hey, good to see you streaming. Met you Saturday night at Founders Plaza. I remember that. I always encourage people coming up and saying hello when they can. I may look busy, but you know, it's as I tell them, it's only the internet. It's not like network TV or anything. There's me getting in the way of the cargo loading shot on that 747 Queen over at UPS next door to us. Allie French, channel member, says, wait, did I just hear my elite later taters? Is that possible? I don't know. Later tater doesn't work at this airport. Christy Dennis with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Walt. I enjoy watching from South Carolina. I'm so glad you do.
American 2351, clear land 18 right.
Donnie White says, Walt, remember that fire truck that came to the parking lot a few days ago? Yeah, I think that was on, was that Saturday or Sunday? I can't remember. You think maybe they were looking for some hot wings? Channel member Kai, a Quadjet channel member, says, it's a beautiful night in Austin as well. Not too far down the road. Carla Longerbeam, channel member, says, good morning, good Monday evening, Walt. Fantastic mods and everyone from DFW. I do have to echo the fantastic mods that we have and thank them. There's Josh Aldrich in the chat. I saw A-list flyer Chris. I hope I didn't miss anybody, but I'll keep an eye out. Oh, there's Michelle RS. Also a mod. Hi, everyone. Just want to say howdy. I'm going to bed. Well, just leave the sound on, Michelle RS, and we'll just lull you to sleep with the sounds of aircraft. Thank you, Michelle RS, one of the original supporters of this channel, so thank you for that, Michelle. Paul Salisbury says, I had my private pilot check ride on Thursday. Well, I hope you have nerves of steel. That sounds like it would be very daunting and intimidating. I hope it's not. But all the best to you, and we know you will check all the boxes and get your wings. And he says thanks for the constant motivation. Tree Man 1234 says my favorite plane 747, and I join you in that, Tree Man. Kevin Kelly, channel member, says good evening, Walt. How's your day been? Been at your work today? Well, I don't have to go into work based on my my job. I can work from home anywhere. I was, just an hour ago, I was at Starbucks doing the final 90 minutes of work before I came over here. I've tried working here at the airport. It's just too distracting. I have to be away from airplanes. Kevin Kelly says, good evening, Walt. How's your... Oh, he said that. I said that already. But yeah, I'm doing okay. Let's see. I'm sure I missed people. Let's see. You said hello to Josh Aldrich. Oh, there's Luke the Random Spotter, or the Random Spotter Luke, who's one of our great channel members and moderators. So good to see you there. Jennifer says, with a $2 super chat, thank you. American 6212 to Tyler deports at 10:40 for the long trip. Well, we may still be here at 10:40. I don't know. Depends on how things go. There's an arrival, which I missed. That was American 2351 from Mexico City, a 737-800. Oh, we have a 777 on approach. Eva Air Cargo from Anchorage. Be here in about 3 minutes, it says here. So that's exciting. Like to see that. Rigoberto Juarez says hello from LAX. Happy to see you here. Hooch Dog says, hello, fellow spotters. Woof. Airman 24 says, just check the Qantas website. Flight status for Qantas Flight 7 and 8 canceled for today. So, sorry to disappoint. No Spirit of Australia for us this evening. Thudelschaft, good morning from Berlin, Germany. 3:30 a.m. up here, either up late or up early. But we're glad to see you with us. Saints for Life says, hi, Walt. What does it take for me to become a mod? Well, write to me at my email address, my exclusive email address, walt@runwaydfw.com, and I'll send you any information you might need. That's Walt, W-A-L-T, @runwaydfw.com. Let's see, I think what we're looking at there is American Flight 48 to... Is that right? That can't be it. That doesn't look big enough. There it is. It's American Flight 48. This is a Dreamliner Dash 8 going to Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris. Is that on time? It is running late. It was scheduled to go out just before 5 p.m. So we're looking at more than 3.5 hours late for those passengers. So they were scheduled to get in at 9:05 a.m. in Paris, so I guess they're looking at something more along the lines of midday. Delta flight from Salt Lake City is arriving. It's an Airbus A319, flight 1301.
Away. 48 heavy.
So I think that the big Dreamliner has gotten its lineup and weight. There it is. And meanwhile, the Eva Air Cargo 777 is on approach. So what to do? What to do? Well, we'll see how far we get with this, and then we may pull away for the Eva Air plane. Well, I guess
to be far clear takeoff 18 left, American 48 heavy.
this one's going out, so we could see a simultaneous arrival and departure here. All right, here comes the Eva Air Cargo. Can we get them both in one shot? So the Eva Air Cargo coming in from Anchorage after a 5.5-hour flight. Look how everything is getting green here with the warmer weather.
Good night.
Hooch Dog says, sweet, twofer.
Flight left, line up wide, American 25, 9, give me.
American 2661 on the visual for 18 flight.
We go back in time here on our chatty room. I fear that I might have missed somebody. So there's Dale Helton, a channel member. Says, hello, Walt in the Moderation Federation. Happy to see you. Jolt Jack, channel member, says hello. Josh Aldrich, up there in Oklahoma City, says there was a very special plane in Tulsa this weekend, an American Airlines DC-3 that was bought by American in 1938, 86 years old, and one of two DC-3s that American has that are still able to fly. I had no idea that they possessed something like that. That is so interesting. I'll have to look that up, and maybe someday we'll be able to bring it to you. It's an American Eagle E-Jet, as you can see, coming in from Monterrey, Mexico, flight 3711.
On that B Park Foot, pick off 18 left, American 2597. Alright, 18 left, climb way down, boys, 3531.
Another flight coming in from south of the border. American 2651 from Los Cabos will be next for us to see. That's it there, behind all those trees.
After ladder 18 left, clear for takeoff on boy 3531.
As I've explained in previous nighttime broadcasts, I pick this location where we are. It doesn't give us the best view of incoming planes from a long distance, but it does give us a very nice view of these planes here. It's the UPS terminal. We're just a few 100 feet away from all those aircraft.
West side.
And you can see one of the
Also 18 left, Whiskey Lima.
MD-11s in-house there on the left, and you can see the other one there getting loaded up. So we only have two tonight. We've been having 3 and sometimes 4 of the tri-jets at night, but they are culling the herd, as they say. There is an A300 lit up on the radar. Well, actually, you'll be seeing it go through this shot momentarily. It's off to Chicago Rockford International Airport. Flight 755. And here it comes now.
Cross 18 left at Echo, or crest left at Yankee, record Echo short of Whiskey Golf in 1997, 2009.
I do believe I saw another super chat. I'll get to that in a minute. And I saw what I believe to be out of the corner of my eye, a membership anniversary from Barbara P. Sterling, so I will get to that as well.
Rock. Cross 18 right, hold short 18 left on Whiskey Fox, UPS 755.
So the A306, or the A300, sorry, has gotten clearance to cross 18 right, the incoming runway, and head over to 18 left for departure. Unless they send it over to the east side of the airport. They wouldn't do that. Well, we're talking about aircraft, and American Airlines announced a big... It had been rumored for several days, but it finally announced its big order today for a bunch of aircraft from Boeing, Airbus, and Embraer. 260 new planes are now on the books for American. Let's see, 85 Airbus A321neos, 85 Boeing 737 MAX 10s, and 90 Embraer 175s. So that's a lot of airplanes. Of course, they won't all come in at once, but and American also announced plans to refurbish some of its existing Airbus A319s and A320s to give them more upscale seating.
Having a nice about heading.
Still got the cargo door open there on the 747, and cargo door open as well on that MD-11. We'll zero in on that for a second.
Runway 18 left and copy wake turbulence, American 774.
So yes, is Barbara P. Sterling, a valued channel member celebrating 6 months of membership. Glad to be a part of the channel. Walt, you are delightful to hear. Stay safe and keep well. Thank you, Barbara. Hope you're feeling good. Hans Olav Mork says, Frontier is my favorite airline in the USA. I really like the different animals on the tails. And this is what I was looking for in the chat room. It's James Webb, our great benefactor and channel sponsor. James Webb says, hi, everyone. This is a treat. And hi, Mods, says he. And it's a treat for us to have you here in person and live with us. James Webb, thank you.
RFU Park 20. That's clear for takeoff, American 77.
Well, let's see. We got a plane arriving at this time. Arriving from Puerto Vallarta in Mexico, flight 1093 American Airlines, 737-800. I don't know if you can see him in this picture. But behind me over there is a 757 Chip, who's sitting on the bench. He was taking some pictures about trying out his nighttime shots. Now, did I miss a super chat here? I think I did. Anthony Guinan, channel member with a $2 super chat. Good evening, Walt, and good evening to you, Anthony. Sorry if I didn't press that button. Lonnie Johansson, channel member with a $2 super chat. Walt, there is one L-1011 still flying. And he refers to, of course, the Lockheed L-1011 Tri-Jet, which I tend to think was the more elegant design than the McDonnell Douglas / Boeing version of a Tri-Jet. From Oklahoma City cometh American Eagle Flight 3895. An Embraer 175.
Copy, Crescent 1 right, Charlie Park, American Local 3 Kilo Golf.
Sam Wilson says the American Airlines old paint scheme 737 is headed your way. Well, I love that. Did I do that? Sorry, I didn't mean to do that to you. Oh, there it is. Okay, hold on.
Cross 18 left, Golf 2.
I see it on the radar. Oh. It's coming across the... There it is. Well, we got a fleeting look at it. That's my favorite of all the American Airlines heritage liveries. It will be turning, it's going to the hangar, so we'll be seeing it make a right turn here momentarily, and we'll get a little better look at this silver bird.
Ground American 3 Kilo Golf, we're going to amend in Charlie 5, to go down to Whiskey Kilo, let you know.
Get set up for the turn here. Thank you for that heads up. I don't know how much we're going to be able to see it because it's getting kind of far out. Zoom in a bit. Yeah, looking good. Spark says, I like seeing the windows lit up at night. And Cute Seal says that was a 10 out of 10 livery. Aviation Geek says American Airlines needs to get a few A380s under its belt. Well, they're certainly there for the asking if somebody wants them. How are we doing on loading up this?
18 left, line up and wait, envoy 3735.
This big one here. Well, they've still got the scissor lift up and the tail stand attached. We have an aircraft about to arrive from Des Moines, Iowa. Flight 1711, American Airlines.
American 1858, so visual to 18 right, unable last.
If you're a new viewer to Runway DFW, you may be asking yourself, well, what's with all the American Airlines planes? And so this, the answer is that this is the major hub for American Airlines. American has a lot of hubs, but this is the numero uno. American has its headquarters here in Dallas-Fort Worth, and so about 80, I think it's 82% of the flights we see coming and going are American or American Eagle. None of your business agrees with me. American should not have changed its livery. Well, the reason they gave for it, and this was more than 10 years ago when they switched over from the AA on the tail. The reason they gave at the time, or one of the reasons they gave at the time, in addition to just freshening up their look, was that new planes that they were receiving were not all aluminum bodied. A lot of them had composite parts, and so you had to paint them. You couldn't keep them bare metal because they weren't all bare metal necessarily. So to, I guess, achieve some consistency across their fleet, they decided the new paint scheme. So yeah, but not my favorite. Jim Please says, Walt, you got your awning back. Although, as I explained earlier, you probably didn't hear that this is a different... There are 3 of these awnings, and the one I was keen to have an awning over, this little kind of concrete footpad was elsewhere, and it still is without its awning. I see a United plane out there, which has been kind of lined up and waiting over there. It's going to San Francisco eventually, but it's been sitting over there for a bit. I believe this E-Jet's coming to us from Cedar Rapids. Am I right about that? I think so. Yes. Flight 3925, American Eagle. Get back to this United plane. What's the deets on this? It's flight 2005 to San Francisco. 737-800.
Boys, 18 left, American, 25.
20th century plane. Scheduled to depart at 7:40, so it's more than an hour late. Look at all these late. Let's see what the... Let's see here. The average departure disruption here is 24 minutes.
Dow American 651 on the visual for 1 break.
Here comes American Flight 1868, arriving from Pittsburgh, PA.
Clear
737-800. You saw going through the shot there a Super Cargo Master Cessna 208B coming in from Tyler, a Martinair cargo aircraft.
Right left, RNAV Blair, clear for takeoff, American 546.
This plane's going nowhere fast. .757 Chip sitting here right behind me, saying the carbon fiber turkey is on its way to take off.
Go ahead, United 2005.
Can we see that plane? Let's see here. Oh, is it going over the bridge? Well, there you see it behind this a United plane. It is going over the bridge to the east side. Let's move on up to the east side.
And I'm on way 1 left from 133.26.
Flight 2104 arriving from the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. We're going to take a look at American 651 coming to us from the Valley of the Sun in Phoenix. This will be an Airbus A321.
Good day, American 546.
Took a while for that nose wheel to get down, it looks like. We're still here, looks like. Cargo door still open on that big old 747 bird. Lonnie Johansson with a $5 super chat. Walt, what will make America great again is to have Pan Am and TWA back in the air. Well, don't know that there's much chance for that. Well, we do have TWA in the air because American Airlines has a TWA heritage livery, so every now and again, we've seen it in recent days. TWA flies around. I think it's is it an Airbus A321 or I can't remember if it's a 321 or a 737. But yeah, Pan Am's pretty classic, and wish we could bring that back. So that 20th Century United plane headed to the city adjacent to the bay, San Francisco, is now getting in position to take off.
Clear for takeoff on Boeing 3323.
After a significant takeoff delay.
We can take 18 left, American 21. Third land, 18 left, American 21. Down, American 20 for 12 mile foul to the right. 20 for 6, clear land 18 right, parking left.
Charlie says, don't forget Braniff. Who could ever forget Braniff? Anybody who lives in North Texas for any, well, I guess you'd have to have lived here for, what, 25 or 30 years to remember Braniff when it was operating, but, you know. Jennifer Rutherford says, when I think of Pan Am, I think of the Beatles. And, of course, they arrived for their first U.S. tour on a Pan Am plane, and they did that first news conference at what was then Idlewild Airport in New York with the Pan Am logos in the background.
18 left, line up and wait, Envoy 3723.
That plane came in pretty low, that plane that just landed there. I haven't seen one dip that low as it landing. That was American 2157 from McAllen, Texas. Maman, I didn't get the last name, but our newest subscriber. Thank you for that. Maman Abdurrahman. Josh says Pan Am ceased operations for the last time in November of 2004. So, wow, we'll be celebrating. Well, won't be celebrating. We'll be mourning. It's 20 years since its passing this year. Seems longer than that almost. Mattman64 says Braniff equals flying colors, as it indeed it does.
Tower American 2659, visual 18 right. Third land 18 right, American 2659.
Let's see, we got a little break here. Is that working? You're watching Runway DFW live and in color from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Walt with you for another hour or two. Stick around.
Runway 18 left, super takeoff, runway 3723.
Monday, March 4th, 2024 is our date.
Left, land, wait, all the way 30, core 11.
Jennifer, well, let me try that again. Go back here. Jennifer Rutherford with a $5 super chat. Thank you for that. Walt, did you hear the rumors of when Terminal F opens, Southwest may have flights come out of DFW due to high demand of Southwest flights? And, you know, if assuming that Southwest could get gates here, and I would think the airport authority would want them to. Now, whether American Airlines, which has some say as to gates around here, whether they would like to see that happen, I don't know. But it would give Southwest the ability to fly internationally, something they can't do from Love Field.
Departure C on way 3723.
American Flight 2376 arriving from Las Vegas at Airbus A321.
RNAV to Lauren, 18 left, clear for takeoff, envoy 3541. Envoy 18 left, United Delta traffic. I see listening, the whole turn 18 left, 2376.
I saw an interview with the DFW Airport executive who's in charge of, I can't remember what he's doing, some vice president. And he was being questioned about new airlines and getting new airlines to come into the airport. And he was pretty coy about any specifics. He did say something interesting, though, and that was that in addition to having a team here at DFW working on encouraging new airlines to set up shop here and to create new routes to DFW, they also have a team which is aimed at working with the airlines that are already here to keep them, you know, essentially to keep them happy and to make sure that their needs are met as well. So it's, you know, it's not like they lure you here and then they forget about you. The airport here recognizes the need to also work with its existing carriers to see, hey, what do you need? What can we do for you? How can we help you to grow? So I think that's a pretty good strategy. Flight coming in there was from Santa Ana, American Flight 2659, I think it was. 737-800. That was a long roll for that little plane. Going up there at a not the sharpest of angles, but you know, because that's what its flight computer told it to do, or what the pilots elected to do. I don't see any imminent departures over there. I'd like to thank our friend Farid Abed, celebrating 8 months of Runway DFW membership, not counting or anything, Walter, but 10 weeks from tonight I shall be in the Metroplex. 73 currently in DFW feels familiar. It was 74 in Cleveland today. Wow. The random spotter Luke says, Runway DFW, yes, I just saw a job opening for someone on that team, referring to the DFW Airport team, Senior Analyst Air Service. Not anything I have an interest or experience in, though. An aircraft approacheth. An E-jet. I had the wrong screen open to identify that, though. John Driscoll is checking in. Let's see here. So yes, it says here that John Driscoll has become a member. Thank you, John Driscoll. Owen Meyer says, enjoying the stream from New York City. Walt, thank you. Chi-Bird says, what are the tall blinking lights in the background over the runway? And we get this question, I think, almost every time we do a night stream, so I guess we should probably go about answering that query. I'll zero in on them with camera 1, and we'll take a look. There you see them. Those are tall antenna towers about 23, 24 miles away from here at a place called Cedar Hill, Texas, where most of the local broadcasters serve up their TV and FM programming. So it looks deceptively close, but really they're 24 miles. They're very tall towers. You know, 2,000 plus feet, I think, in each case, or in most of the cases. But that's a good question. Oh, there's John Driscoll. Okay, John Driscoll celebrating 3 months of membership. Enjoying the night stream, so thank you, Mr. Driscoll. It's DFW After Dark, says Andre. Aviation Geek is alerting us to the fact that the SpaceX crew is about to dock with the International Space Station. And Sam Wilson says the UPS 747 transponder is on. Well, it does look like it's all buttoned up there, doesn't it? So we enjoy. It's actually on the move. Unless my eyes deceive me. Yeah, there's the tug pushing it back. This will be going out to Louisville. It's a 747-8. It's just 4 years old. It's a little baby Queen of the Skies.
again, 179.
Pittsburgh Don 77 says, I was looking at the merchandise. The t-shirts don't look that bad. I already got 1,000 t-shirts so maybe one more, LOL. Well, thank you for your consideration.
I have the Lauren 18 left, clear for takeoff, envoy 4173. 18 left, land envoy in American. Whiskey Kilo Hotel 18 left, envoy 373.
And Austin, channel member, with wanting to know what the age is on this plane. I think I just replied to that. 4 years. The Queen in silhouette. Yes, we need more people to turn on their high beams here at Founders Plaza, so we can illuminate this aircraft. It's dark over there. We'll crank up our gain a little bit.
Go to departure, runway 4173, good night.
Oh, 138, on the first flight. Yeah, we're right on 138.
Early high speed on with the ordering.
Austin Swafford asks, how are you doing tonight, Walt? I'm good.
RNAV line, clear for takeoff.
Mrs. Runway DFW and I got a free lunch today. There's a new emporium in Denton, Texas called Portillo's Hot Dogs. It's a famous Chicago-based restaurant. And so I was interested in what they had on offer, so I decided to sign up to their little newsletters so I could be alerted when they were going to open. And much to my surprise, last week they said, "Hey, we'd like to invite you to a free lunch." Not because it's Runway DFW or anything, just because I had expressed an interest in their product. So we went to lunch and we had their famous Chicago hot dog, which, I'm a New York guy. So a hot dog to me is a bun and a hot dog and mustard and sauerkraut, and that's it. But these Chicago hot dogs, it's a poppy seed bun with fluorescent green relish, onions, peppers, tomatoes. It seemed a little crazy to me, but it was good. I still prefer the New York variety. Sharon J says, hello, host from Adelaide, Australia. I'm new here. Well, Sharon, I hope everybody gives you a kind welcome. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. And we've got a lot of good airport broadcasters down there in Australia. And so we'll give you a little taste of what's going on in the Northern Hemisphere here.
74 departure, American. 2 departure, American, 10-4.
And I'm sure our chat room will welcome you as well. Laredo Flights with a $2 super chat. Hello, watching from Laredo, Texas, my friend. Greetings to you, Laredo Flights. And thank you for that super chat. Luke says, yay, you went to Portillo's, Walt. Runway DFW. Oh my God, I love that place. Yeah, it was my first visit ever. And so, yeah, I'll definitely be back, and when I have to pay for the meal. They suggested we make a donation to the I can't remember what the name of the organization was, but it was supporting public education in the city of Denton, and since my grandson goes to school there, I thought that would be a very nice thing to do. So we favored them with a little donation and got a free meal, and Mrs. Runway DFW said, yes, we can come back here. See, if she didn't like it, I would go back anyway, but it would be nice to go with her. They have all sorts of stuff besides, you know, they have beef sandwiches and hamburgers that look pretty good. So. Carlo Longerbeam poses the question, over 579 people in the chat, but only 303 likes. What are you waiting for? Walt deserves it. Aw, thank you.
Ground 18 left, trying to Skyline on 138. Tower boy,
600 viewers, says Josh. Well, that's a pretty good turnout for us. Now Ross says Dodger dogs are good too. That's what you would get at a LA Dodgers game, but my gut doesn't like them. Yeah, I've never been to what's it called? My goodness, where the Dodgers play. Chavez Ravine. There you go. Never been to Chavez Ravine. I'd like to go. It looks like a cool place to watch a ball game. It's got to be one of the oldest stadia in the U.S. Major League Baseball by this time, I would think. But it does look like a cool place to watch a ball game. None of your business says White Sox have sauerkraut dogs. Only go there when they're playing the Cubs.
2431, left line of the wing.
I did get to go to, what's it called, Comiskey Park? Do they still play at Comiskey Park, the White Sox? But I was lucky enough to get to go see the Cubs at, the Cubbies at Wrigley Field many moons ago. That was a nice experience. All right, finally off to, what was this, going to Louisville? None of your business says, yes, you can do whatever with a hot dog without ketchup being on it. Yes, not ketchup on hot dogs, no, for me. But, you know, I won't get mad at anybody for putting ketchup on a hot dog. I just would never do it. And people in other parts of the world are wondering, what is all this business about hot dogs? Okay, and yes, there have been other planes coming and going while we've been watching this thing get ready, but I don't know, just like watching 747s at night in relative close-up. There's another Airbus A300 just got backed out from over here. It's going to Ontario, California. You can see the grass in front of that plane is kind of lit up by headlights from over here at Founders Plaza. Farida Bet says, Runway DFW, White Sox play at Guaranteed Rate Field. Wrigley Field and Fenway Park are the oldest parks by 3 decades over Dodger Stadium. Well, yeah, I knew that Wrigley and Fenway would be the oldest, but I guess I would think among the modern stadiums, I would think Chavez Ravine would be the oldest. Baseball talk here on Runway DFW. Yeah, we've been on the air for more than an hour now. Kind of bummed that we don't get to see Qantas tonight, but always happy to see the Queen of the Skies getting ready to take off.
Arnett, B Park Point, let's go take off.
One at us on the way, American 1538.
Sam Wilson says, I refuse to go to sleep until you read this. You have to pronounce the 2 L's in Portillo's. Really? Is that how they pronounce it? Doesn't seem right. All right, Portillo's. I don't know. I guess I'll have to ask when I go there. I take your word for it. Pittsburgh Don says the Pirates offer $1 hot dog nights every Thursday. There's a limit of 4 per person. Ross says you don't have to be a Dodger fan to feel its vibe, not to mention its spectacular view of downtown LA. Yeah, I'd love to visit that stadium someday. No, here comes the A300. DFW Railfan Productions. Hello, Walt. Thanks for streaming. One of the last times I was at DFW, I saw an American Airlines US Airways retro livery do a go-around. Well, that was special, I'll bet. Another super chat from Jennifer Rutherford. $2. New stream idea, Walt. Hot dog DFW. Well, DFW, this part of the world not known for its hot dogs natively. There goes Frontier, flight 3971 off to Phoenix, an Airbus A320neo. With Percy the Florida Panther adorning its tail. And yes, I'm sorry that because of the way I have to expose our cameras for this nighttime stream, the tails on the Frontier are so lit up that they get kind of washed out. So check one of our daytime streams. We do a lot more focusing in on the animal various animals. I wonder how they select those animals. There are a lot of unusual ones on the tail of the Frontier flight. So arriving there from Fort Walton Beach, American 2562, Airbus A319. Thanks again for that super chat, Jennifer. The Queen of the Sky still sitting there. And Ember Yurtis with a $2 super chat. Hey, Walt, where's this 747 going to? It's going to the UPS Worldport in Louisville. Laxbro 7718, good morning from Melbourne, Australia. And Laxbro, don't mean to disappoint, but we don't have any Qantas action here tonight. Their flights were canceled. So number 170 coming in from... Where's that coming in from? From Jackson, Mississippi. As you can see, lots of activity lined up to take off. We go over to our Flight Radar 24. You can see there at the top of the screen are where the planes are lining up on the left there. Well, the circle is where we are. So hello. So just to the right of us is that A300 going to Ontario, and then to the right of that are what, about four or five planes poised for takeoff. American Flight 1092 is rolling there. It's a 737-800 off to El Paso. We welcome Andy Lynn, our newest subscriber, to Runway DFW. Thank you, Andy. Queen still waiting. Channel member Christian Kellner says hello from Germany. Guten Morgen, I would say, right? It's either very late or very early in Deutschland. Alan English, a channel member. Evening all. FYI, I'm a chili dog with extra onions kind of guy. LOL. Yeah, chili dogs were not in my youth. I think I've probably had a chili dog before, but I probably could count on the fingers of one hand all the chili dogs I might have had. Sam Wilson with a note for the dispatchers. DFW Tower, the Queen does not like to wait. We have ourselves a Frontier plane coming in here. From San Diego, Flight 170, is that it? Michael B. Steele Travels is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Michael B. Steele Travels. Flight 1770, Airbus A321 from San Diego. There goes, looks like American Flight 1797 to Las Vegas. If you're wondering what that is in the foreground there, that's our behind-the-scenes camera today. I didn't really put it in a very good spot. I was looking for something a little different, something where you could get an overview of where we were in relation to the beacon here at Founders Plaza.
You could go ahead and put us on the runway. We pretty much approaching our limit right now. Line up runway 1 left for your PSS system.
So yeah, the beacon is rotating there next to our logo as we watch the planes here from Founders Plaza. Queenie is on the move. I believe it's her turn to take off. And once again, it's going to Louisville, the UPS World Port. Posing for its picture there.
Yes, okay.
I do believe we had a, for our poster today, we had a UPS taking off in North Flow. That would have been from one of last week's I guess Thursday's program. We started in North Flow, which means the planes were essentially in reverse ops here. Not the best nighttime experience for us, although it was it was okay. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But then we had operations reversed back to regular operations. And so we had kind of the best of both worlds last Thursday night here on After Dark. I wonder how much fuel they burned just waiting there to take off to Louisville. I guess aircraft don't have that mechanism like that most new cars have now, where you stop at a traffic light and the engine just turns off until you put your foot on the accelerator again. Well, majestic as always. The Queen of the Skies never fails to disappoint. Safe travels to Louisville. Ghosty says, so far I'm liking the stream. After around 15 pages of homework, it's Worth it watching in bed.
Running to lower eclipse takeoff marker 1768, heavy 18 left.
Now what have we over here? We've got American Flight 1768 off to Phoenix, and it is a 777. So 2 wide bodies in a row.
Tower American 1299 and 188. Get in. Get in.
777 workhorse, says Ross.
188,
And BJ Toad says, yay, Phoenix. Akil Velapunai. Hope I came close to that, Akil. Hello from Hyderabad in India. So halfway around the world. Welcome to you. Here goes an Airbus A300. This one's traveling to Ontario, California on behalf of UPS. I see that our friend Chip here behind me has just delivered unto us a super chat. I will acknowledge that momentarily. So yeah, we got 3 wide bodies in a row. That's pretty unusual for here. Not unheard of, but wheels up.
Good night, UPS 620.
We get a $5 super chat from Jose Aguilar, a channel member, enjoying your live stream, Walt, from a foggy Galveston, Texas. Thank you, Jose. And I thought I had seen a, yes, here it is, a $10 super chat from 757 Chip, who says, OGs like me need their beauty rest, so I'm calling it a night. It's always good to see you in action live, Walt. I didn't get to say goodbye to him. Well, if you're still here, Chip, have a good night, and thank you again. Your company is always welcome. James Tokini says good night all. James, I didn't see you earlier, but I'm glad you spent a little time with us. Thank you. James up there in Denton, he will also, I don't know, do you like hot dogs, James? Portillo's or Portillo's is now open. Or no, I don't know if it's open yet officially, but will be soon. Josh Aldridge up there in Oklahoma City. Time for me to get to bed. Have a great night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the show. Josh, thank you for your moderation skills and for bringing your perspective to us here. Much appreciation. We'll see you soon. What do we have here? Arriving from Austin, Texas, flight 1299, American Airlines. Both American and American Eagle offer flights to Austin. Although, as has been noted on a previous broadcast, American is cutting back on its presence in Austin.
RW Park, come pick up on his left, American 1371.
Well, there's Jennifer back with a $2 super chat. Jennifer Rutherford, I did some art for you, Walt, printing you a print. Well, that sounds great. Can you send it to walt@runwaydfw.com? I would love to see it. That's so kind of you.
Good night, sir.
Bong hits for Trixie. Ola from a dark hole in Seatown. Okay, well. Sharon J says, I like you, Stream Walt, so far. Keep it up, mate. Ghosty says, when's your stream ending? Hopefully not too soon. We should be here for at least another hour and a quarter. Usually things kind of wind down here, activity-wise, at around 11 o'clock.
Tower on board 3504, warning back. Clear lane on your right, 354.
Could this be our next UPS plane to go out?
1321, next time.
Dial down the gain a little bit. Well, it's got its doors closed. This, of course, a UPS MD-11. Not yet lighting up the radar screen. Beth F. says, I love seeing these UPS planes, and we love bringing them to you. Landis McGowie says, Walt, good evening from near Fresno. Good evening to you, Landis. Alonzo Facha says, how's it going, Walt? Thanks for another dose of plane spotting. McGuy, hope the weather out there is treating you well. No complaints about the weather, that's for sure. Here comes an American Eagle Embraer 175 arriving from El Paso, Texas. I forgot to brighten up the picture there, so it's a little dark. So I put our behind-the-scenes camera today. It's over there. It kind of gets in our shot as we're panning across. Here's what it looks like from our other camera, so you can kind of see it's a little blurry on that one, but that's the camera. It's it's a camera, but it's a phone actually that gives us that shot. So that's a little behind the scenes how we do stuff here at Runway DFW. From Bentonville, Arkansas, the home of Walmart, comes this Embraer 175 American Eagle plane. Yes, I will dial up that gain here in a second. Okay. we got something to show you here. There we go. I believe we've got some backing out going on here with this MD-11. Or if not, we'll have it very soon. Robert Dixon favors us with a $10 super chat. Forgive me for asking a no doubt oft-asked question, but eclipse plans? Well, we will be here. I still don't know. I gotta kind of prepare for anything because I would anticipate that we're going to have a very crowded. I mean, the Founders Plaza, DFW Airport, right in the path of the total eclipse. So it's going to be, I would anticipate, what you call a madhouse here. And I would also anticipate that there are going to be issues concerning connectivity to the interwebs, because everybody's going to be on their phone taking pictures, sending pictures, talking. So I don't know. We're prepared for it. I've got my filters for the camera all set to go. I kind of improvised a filter for the partial eclipse a few months ago here. And in fact, that was our biggest stream ever, that partial eclipse. It was kind of fun. As I recall, we had a crowd out there with us. We were there alongside runway 36 right. A little smoky start there. Well, that doesn't look very good. Come on, camera. And Robert Brun reminds us not to watch the eclipse without special eclipse glasses. And yes, we have those now. We've got the glasses. We've got filters for our cameras. And so, Meth F says, MD-11, mind if I smoke? Ross says, I suspect a lot of folks will literally fly in and out that day just for the eclipse. And yeah, I'd imagine Founders will be packed. So I don't know. I may have to camp out here the day before. I don't know. I really don't know yet. But we'll be on the air somehow. I could just do it from my house, but my house is about 2 or 3 miles away from the path of totality. Of course, I wouldn't be at an airport, but I would be away from the madding crowds. But part of the fun is to be around people. In fact, I really like to get reactions of people. One time in downtown Dallas, a building was getting imploded. And our TV station had a crew going, and I said, well, can I take give me a camera, and I'll take a camera, and I'll take like cutaways of people watching the eclipse, or not watching it, watching the building getting imploded. And I had my young son with me, who was, I don't know, what, about 5 or 6? He was pretty small. And so as the building imploded, I did not watch the building implode, which is the normal thing to do, because we were at a building across the street from it. But I took pictures of people watching the building implode, which I thought was fascinating to see. You know, the looks, the reactions of faces. You know, and it's to my mind, it was very unusual for anybody to not be pointing a camera at the implosion when it imploded. And of course, that was so long ago. That was in the days before people had smartphones and cameras and GoPros and things like that. Well, here's a plane going to Louisville, as did that big jet. It's one of the older MDs in the UPS fleet.
1991.
A 20th century plane, and again, this is one of those planes that we won't be seeing for too much longer. So we gotta appreciate it while we can.
2024, visual code 20 right.
Super 80s Swiss Air says, good evening, and good evening to you, and thank you for being a member of the channel. Still warming up over there. A little more smoke going on there.
Hey, phone number 1036. Runway V5 Runway 18 left for takeoff, 1036.
She-Bird says, oh man, I'm glad no one took shots of me watching the eclipse out in Kentucky. I cried a little. Ha ha ha. Robert Brunn says, I drove from San Diego to northern Idaho to see the total eclipse of the sun in 2017. It was incredible. Anthony Guinan says, was that the building that the core did not come down? No, as I recall, the whole kit and caboodle came down. Farida Bed says there'll be lots of people, tons of people in Cleveland on April 8th, upwards of 500,000 by some estimates possible. Oh, and the home openers that evening, along with the completed women's NCAA. Wow, it's going to be a crazy time. Well, I know this plane's going to be moving soon. Gary Drentlaw says good evening to me. Good evening to you, Gary. And Chris says, love watching the heat distortion on that lamp from the number 2 engine exhaust. Well, he aims to please here. And Ross with the thought that I think a lot of us share. Geez, I'm going to miss those MD-11s. I get so mesmerized by this, I got to keep my eye on other things going on here, lest I miss something that is notable. One thing that's notable, we've gotten now 2 American Airlines. Well, I'll swing around to see the second one. We had an American Airlines flight 2024 landing just now from Los Angeles, an Airbus A321, and guess what? Coming in right after it is American Flight 1997, an A321 from Los Angeles. That's crazy. I don't know if it's crazy, but there in the background you'll see that second Los Angeles arrival.
Cross 1 right on Whiskey 5 shuttle for the 1 at left, GPS 751 heavy.
So it's a trucking on over to runway 18 left, hopefully, for takeoff.
Outside search window. Whiskey Lima 85, American. Line of way, envoy 3404.
What a beautiful trijet, says Quagsire and friends. Another channel member, Jose Aguilar, concurs.
Left, clear for takeoff, envoy 3404. MB Park, envoy 3404. Envoy 18 left, GPS 751 heavy.
Flight 751 heavy is what that is. Now, why of all places must they stand there? Oh, look what's going on over here. We've got our other trijet on the move. So double trijet action here at DFW Airport.
Clear for 20 left on to B Park, GPS 751 heavy.
That's why we need more than one camera. Ghosty says you will be missed, MD-11. Well, we'll still see it for a while yet, I think, but yeah, the end is coming. Pittsburgh Don 77 says, well, you need more emojis, but I believe YouTube limits them per subscriber amount. I do have more emojis which are due to me. I just haven't had time to. I'm not really much of a designer, but yeah, I should create some more. So let me give that some thought. And MLib says, wow, guy at the bottom of for scale shows how big this plane is. Yeah. Guy Bowen says, hi, Walt. Hi, Guy. I should do a little bit of this here. You're watching Runway DFW live and in color from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Runway DFW After Dark. As this big MD acknowledges our presence with a bit of flashing lights there. I don't see this one on the radar yet. I'll have to, so I can't tell you whether it will qualify for a 20th century audio salute. Hopefully it will. Shiny in the dark.
cross 18 right, hold short, 18 left, VS 753 heavy. There you go, sir. Hard after speed park, lift take off, 18 left, UPS 753 heavy.
Well, it's flight 753. I still don't see it on the radar, though. Bark if you love Runway DFW. Oh, there it is.
$19.96.
This one's off to Chicago Rockford International Airport.
Ready. Confirm clear line 18 right, American 2265. Clear line American 2265. UPS 753 heavy. Good night, sir.
And good night to you. Well, I just got a whiff of the of that. I don't know if you've been to an airport and you've smelled the acrid aroma of tire smoke. But yeah, it's pretty pretty pungent. I guess I don't know if it was from that plane or another plane. Usually you get that from planes that are landing, but I guess there is also a component of tire friction when a plane takes off. So quiet it is. Jim with a says politely ask them to move out of the way of the shot wall. You know, this is a public park or a public area. I don't really feel like it's my, I don't know. I guess if it was really, really important, I could ask people to move out of the way. I'm sure they would, but you know, if you get people in the shot, it's just part of the scene. I remember the day that the A380 returned when British Airlines started flying the big Speedbird here. Was it last year or the year before? I can't even remember now. And I was plopped down under the, not this canopy, but another canopy for shade. But I was going to fix position, and there were people all in front of me wanting to get a glimpse of that plane, which was quite understandable. And I don't know, it kind of, you know, it took away from my shot a little bit, but it kind of added to the intensity of the moment.
Whiskey Mike cross the line, got it. Mike Alpha, what I heard, American. Fox Alpha, American.
This is a Boeing 767 on its way to Louisville. Over there at the UPS lot.
$19.96.
So another 20th century aircraft to add to your bingo card tonight. So we'll get back to that in a moment. Let's watch a Frontier flight come in, shall we, from Ontario, California. Just saw a cargo plane go to Ontario. See one coming in. As you listen to the whine of the 767 engines firing up. It's an Airbus A320neo flight 2924 from Ontario. Sarge says the bed of your pickup would solve the shot problem, I'm guessing. Well, it doesn't. Yeah, we get a little extra elevation with the pickup truck, but then we're not as close to the action here. And also, if you've ever tried to take shots from the bed of a pickup truck, there's not a lot of room up there once you set up all the gear in there. Our channel member Phil G offers us greetings from Berkeley, California. Hello, Phil. Heeless Flyer Chris, stare into my spinner. Are you hypnotized yet? Now it's flashing at us. Sharon J. Folks here are friendly and positive vibes. I totally agree, Sharon, and that's... Well, we've got just a really great user base here, subscriber base and members, and our mods are top-notch. Hypnotizing, says Chi-Bird. Can't hear myself think. Mr. Good Life 4 is our new subscriber. Thank you for that. Well, it's a 767. It is off to Louisville. They pretty much cleared the decks over there at the UPS facility. I think there's just one plane left, and I don't know if we'll see that one go out tonight. Lucre Ann Palmer is our newest subscriber to the channel. Thank you.
Need about 20 seconds here. Clear for takeoff, runway 18 left to Whiskey Fox, RTX 793 head. Thanks.
Well, over here on the west side right now, this is the only game in town. So you're not missing anything else, at least as far as the west side of DFW Airport goes. And Trix Kumar is our newest subscriber. Thank you for that. We are going to now go around the clock here to pick up flight 1599 arriving from Las Vegas. It's an Airbus A321. I was afraid we were going to be in a little aviation desert here for a while as far as flights go, but this one just came in. We don't have anything lined up to take off, but we've got flight 1974 on final approach from Las Vegas, Nevada.
We're parked in East American 59.
Cross 18 left. Fox Alpha on the bridge, over ground. Have a good night. 59.
Jennifer Rutherford, channel member, says, I am so close to finishing my associate's degree that I am off to UNT, University of North Texas, for undergrad. That is very exciting. Congratulations to you. Dog says, ooh, nighttime plane spotting. Sign me up. Well, we're glad you found us, Dog. Everybody needs a little nighttime plane spotting every now and again, yeah? I'm lining up our camera 2 here. So there's the East Tower. The tower outlined in red there to the right center of your screen is the Bank of America Tower in downtown Dallas, the city's tallest building. I see in the chat here, our good pal, Wellington Flights Live. Did I miss his initial? Oh, here we go. Hi, Walt at Runway DFW. Finally got sick of my sound device, trying out a new one. I hope you are well, Walt. Looking forward to trying the link up. Yes, Kevin at Wellington Flights Live and I have been discussing by email the possibility that I might get him on as a guest live on our internet, live on an international hookup. And you know, we've got a pretty big time difference between us, so that makes things a little dodgy as far as getting things all organized, but we'll get it done. So it'll be fun to talk to Kevin and see how things are down under in Kiwi land. Yeah, needless to say, if you haven't checked out Wellington Flights Live, add that to your list of subscriptions. We just saw American Flight 1974 arriving from Las Vegas. Pilot Tony is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Pilot Tony. Hope to see you in the chat in the not too distant future. Another super chat from Jennifer Rutherford, $2. Just sent your art. Let me see. Let me see what we got here.
Oh, tower for flight 2632, visual 1
Let's see, how can I... If I save this... Oh, this will be a first if I can do this. Hang on. Overlays. Overlay. Okay, there it is. Thank you, Jennifer. Look at that. We've got an aircraft. We've got the Dallas Skyline. Very cool. Thank you, Jennifer. Look at that. Just give you a moment or two to appreciate that. Thanks again, Jennifer. Russell Brazier says it's awesome how well you can see all the antennas in Cedar Hill from there. Yeah, we were discussing that earlier. That's a common topic of conversation here on the channel. Those big antennas about 25 miles away from us. Yeah, let's take a look at the old radar here. Well, nothing is happening. We are where that kind of bluish dot is there on the left side of the screen. We'll zoom in there, so it's a bigger dot there. It shows where we are at Founders Plaza relative to the west side of the airport, and there's a lot of planes at the gates, but nothing much happening. There is the plane we will see down there on the left. Looks like it's moving. It's an ABX Air cargo plane, which goes to Cincinnati. It's a DHL plane, and we usually see that go out. It's an older 767-300.
Start up 866 visual 1 right.
So we will be on the lookout for that.
Put a land on 1 right, up 866.
But we do have some activity for you here on Runway DFW. Frontier Flight 2632 from Denver, the Smile High City, an Airbus A320neo, about to make its presence known here at Founders Plaza. Let's watch. Sunny the lemon shark was adorning its tail. Delta Flight 866 from Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Airbus A320 is next on the docket. Yes, you don't see it yet, but it's coming. And hello to you, if you're just joining us from DFW Founders Plaza. Look at how nicely the grass is being lit up by the car headlights. And there's Ron with the lowdown on that flight. Still, I'll turn the camera on it, but we can't really see it yet. We can just see it kind of glinting through the trees. But I can tell you, as it approaches us, that this is a plane that was built in the year
1991.
So let's give it some respect for this 32-year-old aircraft from the 20th century. That plane came in 30 minutes early. It took off 6 minutes late from Minneapolis, St. Paul. It came in a full 30 minutes early after a 2-hour and 7-minute journey from the Twin Cities.
Cross 18 left, Fox Alpha, 65 bridge, Delta 866, take care. Oh yeah, cross the Whiskey Mike now.
18 left, my plane, I'm with 37.
Russell Brazier says, everyone has pronounced my name wrong since I could remember, LOL. It's actually pronounced like Fraser, but with a B. And so I apologize if I mispronounced it. I'm sensitive to that because my last name is Zwerko. And to me, it's pronounced exactly the way it's spelled. But, you know, people look at that name and see a Z and a W right next to each other, and they kind of freak out, and people just naturally want to overpronounce the name. And that's okay, I understand.
Good evening, American 2444.
So I am sensitive to how other people want to have their, or want to have their names pronounced, because, well, it's only natural. American Flight 2427 from San Francisco is about to touch down. It's 737-800. So we'll join the flight in progress. An American Eagle E-Jet, it's taken off for Laredo, Texas.
Wait, runway 18 left, American 485.
And there's American Airlines Airbus A321 already rolling to Sacramento. Once that preceding plane detached its tires from the runway, this one was already rolling.
Clear for takeoff, runway 18 left, RNAV to Larn, American 485.
18 left, line up point, envoy 3344.
Another Frontier jet is on the horizon. Flight 1475 from Baltimore Washington International Airport. What's that on the tail? It almost looked like some kind of a canine. Let's see how wrong I was when I look at the description here. Luna and Lily the wolves. Okay, well, I guess there was more than one. But yes, I was right in analyzing that image as a canine. Creek Peep is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Creek Peep.
All right, we can hold turn 18 left on your flight 14. Set up Lauren, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff on point 3344.
Flight 3344, American Eagle, off to Harlingen, Texas, and Embraer 175.
Departure, good night, on point 3344.
From Pensacola, Florida, we welcome Flight 24 44 American Airlines, an Airbus A320. I was afraid we were going to run out of gas here in the final hour of our broadcast, but things are happening.
Delta 36, American 2044.
This should be American Flight 1679, an Airbus A321neo, off to Phoenix, Arizona.
See you. What I left on point over 46 back.
Mike Buno, or Buno, is our new subscriber. Thank you, Mike. Our subscribers, my mouth is not working. A subscription to Runway DFW is free. And that does entitle you to join in our chat room. After I think there's like a little 5-minute timeout. So hope to see you saying hello in the chat room soon, Mike. And if you don't care to be a subscriber, but why wouldn't you want to be? I hope you'll consider giving us a little thumbs up for the channel.
Line up away, down point 3588.
Mattman64 says, wonder why American Airlines hasn't ordered the A320neo to replace their older A320s. Well, as we mentioned earlier, they did announce a big order, American did, today for a mixture of, or an equal mixture of Boeing, of A321 neos, of MAX 10s from Boeing, and of a number of Embraer 175s. So all narrow-body jets. And at the same time, American also announced that it was going to be upgrading the cabins of some of its Airbus A319s and Airbus A320s. So no new A320s, but we will get some fresh cabins for those older Airbus aircraft. Well, there's an E-Jet off to Midland, Texas, flight 3588. I think we're going to take a look here at a Yellowbird coming in. This will be Spirit Flight 2700 from Las Vegas, an Airbus A320 Neo. A plane we were just talking about, and of course the big news today, or some of the big news today, had to do with Spirit Airlines in that JetBlue has called off its planned merger with Spirit in the wake of resistance from regulators.
Over departure, good night, envoy 3588.
Spirit will get a, I don't know, it was like $68 million payment for the failure to make that merger happen, but that does leave Spirit in kind of a lurch, because I think it was kind of counting on the deal with JetBlue to keep it in business. So who knows what's going to happen now.
Press 18 right, Charlie Zulu, local free Delta Hotel. Thanks, good night.
I mean, what would the aviation landscape look like without Spirit?
Local 198 cross, 18 left, 20 right, Charlie depart.
Super 80 Swiss Air says, good to see a vote of confidence in the MAX 10 with that big American Airlines order. And once again, the order was for 260 aircraft altogether, American Airlines announced today. 85 A321neos, 85 Boeing MAX 10s, and 90 Embraer 175s. That's a lot of aircraft, a lot of narrow-body aircraft be coming online in the next couple of years for American. Luke says, I'd be interested in seeing American A350-1000s, not going to lie. Yeah, American, well, you know, they do have some more Dreamliners on order. I think that's already been announced. Can't remember if they're getting any more 777s or not. This is American Flight 2378. It's an Airbus A321. It is going to Salt Lake City in the state of Utah. Should be about time for American to be lighting up the... Well, that might be it there. To be lighting up its Dreamliner going to Auckland, New Zealand.
RFB Park, 20 left, let's take off number 38. You said going to departure market 2378.
Tater 12 says, greetings, Walt, from Lenoir or Lenoir, North Carolina. I never know which one it is. Christopher Speckman commenting on the American Airlines purchase or purchases, says parity, and I think he meant parity, is essential in both aircraft manufacturers and providers. Keeps the playing field competitive, and yeah, to split. The rumor had been that American's order was going to favor Airbus, but you know, it's right down the middle. Same number of A321s and MAX 10s. A321neos, of course. Well, there's American Eagle Flight 3880 off to Amarillo in Embraer 175. And I think we were right about seeing American Flight 35 off to Auckland, a Dash 9 Dreamliner, which is there flashing its yellow marker light, or its red marker lights at us as it heads up for takeoff on its long journey to New Zealand. Skittles An overly enthusiastic Skittles, I might add. The great channel member says, "Oh boy, yippee skippy after dark runway DFW hour." I don't think I've ever heard anybody say yippee skippy. Jennifer Rutherford with another super chat of $5 this time. American Flight 6212 to Tyler has just left the gate with the price of a ticket. You go spend it at Buc-ee's and gas. Buc-ee's, of course, being a gigantic purveyor of not only gasoline, but all sorts of other snacks. Bong hits for Trixie says, night spotting is more copacetic in the night. Sean Hardiman says, happy birthday to my eldest son, William, who just turned 8, watching from Salinas, California. Well, you know what that means if somebody's got a birthday on the channel or adjacent to the channel. So, Sean, happy birthday to your son, William, from all of us at Runway DFW, and happy birthday to anybody who's got a birthday today or this week or this month. And you know, while I'm thinking about it, I should pop in our crawl, we call it a crawl because it kind of crawls across the bottom of the screen, of our members, which I had neglected to do until now. So let me do that before I become more forgetful. Top of the list is Runway DFW sponsor James Webb, who was hanging out with us a little earlier. Thank you, James, for being our official Runway DFW sponsor for the last year. Hats off to you, and thanks again for all of your great support. We would also like to name our quad jet members, the highest level of membership in Runway DFW. And this list was prepared, just so you know, was prepared at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So if you're a new member, or if you've upgraded your membership or whatever, it won't reflect that until our next broadcast. But as of 3 p.m. this afternoon, our quad jet members were 757 Chip, who joined us here in person, A-List Flyer Chris, one of our mods who's been here through the evening, Beaker and Honeydew, Bev A, Christian Kellner, who we heard from earlier, Cubs Win, Dan Griffiths, Deborah Klein, Dimitri H, Dwayne C, James Webb, Josh Aldrich, who's been with us tonight, Kai, Kansas Av Geek, Lori M, Michelle RS, who was also here for a bit, Pete Nordine, R. Bauer 25, Raina Taylor, Skittles, hey, there's Skittles, and Will Hutchison, our quad jet members. Thank you. There's that ABX Air we talked about earlier. It is going to Cincinnati on behalf of DHL. It's been on the radar for quite a while. And this aircraft is deserving of a musical salute. You can hardly see it there. It's in silhouette. But we'll give it a go. Volume up there, sound department. 1991. There we go. Beto Basilio says hello from Arkansas. Good night, Runway DFW. Hello. Lots of happy birthday greetings going out there. Beth F, March 27 for me. Well, when we get closer to that date, give us a little reminder, Beth, and we'll re-rack that song for you. Will I Am, September 19th. Well, you'll have to wait a bit for that, but we'll play that for you. All right, so typically the ABX Air flight to Cincinnati traverses the air bridge over to the east side for takeoff. And that appears to be where it's headed right now. As it's being eclipsed by our behind-the-scenes camera. So yeah, it's headed over the bridge. What? I am seeing a $35 contribution from Skittles.
190-10,000, clear for takeoff, 18 left, on way 37.
And I think that was one of these PayPal thingamabobs. So let me pop that on again so I can read it. Walt, I always enjoy your broadcasts. Your night streams are totally awesome. Thank you so much, Skittles. You are very kind, very generous. Thank you so much. Here is American Flight 35 going to Auckland. And I do see also on the radar Qatar Flight 732 off to Doha. We usually wait around for that one. That's a 777-200 LR. Tap your ruby slippers together in order that it might be sent out here on the west side. Because like ABX Air, it often gets misdirected over to the east side for takeoff. But anyway, this plane's got a long flight ahead of it over to, I almost said Wellington, but to Auckland, New Zealand. A flight of many hours.
RW Laura, clear takeoff 18 left, American 35 Heavy.
American 1205, line of port direct. I've been waiting only 18 left.
So we should be able to spot the Qatar aircraft as we pan down the runway. We have a new member. MLIB, is that it? Thank you for being a member. Ooh, did somebody contribute memberships? That's what I'm thinking.
You say that? Echo, Alpha, hold for 1 left, I can keep going.
Somebody has been very generous here with membership gifting. Ah. It is Skittles. So let me find that message here. And yes, Skittles has gifted 5 Runway DFW memberships. Thank you, Skittles. We now have, at least as of this afternoon, we had more than 300 members. A mind-boggling figure to me. Thank you to all of you. It's American Flight 1205 is what you're seeing there. It's going to Austin, Texas. As we kind of mark time until we see what the status of the Qatar flight back to Doha is. There it is.
18 left, line up, wait a minute. Whiskey Kilo, short away, on board 36 way.
Let's see if we can see what's going on with that Qatar aircraft. Button, there we go. Yeah, there it is. It's down by what will become Terminal F.
About 1 left, American 455.
And once again, that is a 777. Going to be making a long flight back to Doha. Skittles says, one day I plan to fly over to Australia, New Zealand. That sounds like a good plan,
Thanks, good night.
I must say. I mean, if you're going to go to Australia or New Zealand, you might as well go to the other one, right? It only makes sense. Well, we've now scanned through our Tri-Jet channel members. Now we're going to take a look at the names of all of our Twin-Jet channel members. Thanks to each and every one of you. We're about to see the arrival of Delta Flight 334 from Los Angeles. It's an Airbus A320. Maybe we should just all charter a plane and go to Australia and New Zealand together. Another example of an older Delta aircraft.
1992.
RNAV to launch, clear for takeoff, American 357, 18 left.
Pittsburgh Don, I'd like to thank you for gifting a Tri-Jet membership here on the channel. Thank you for that. Expanding our membership roll by one, and there's Marlene Joy, who takes advantage of your generosity. Oh, there's James Webb. Count me in on that chartered flight to New Zealand and Australia.
All right, we'll take Echo 6 Delta.
Okay, Wawa Extraordinaire is also on board with that.
Echo Alpha, short warning left, Delta 234.
Jose Aguilar has gifted a membership to the channel. Thank you, and looks like
American 357.
who do we get? We got Aaron W., who is the recipient of that. Many kindnesses being expressed by our members tonight. Here's American Airlines flight something or other going to Las Vegas. Flight 290 in Airbus A321. Oh, it's after 11. Well, we just saw, and thank you to KJ Mark 8773 for your subscription to Runway DFW. Just saw in the background the Qatar triple.
Kilo cross 18 left end, ground on the other side. I'm with that 6 good.
So let's see what we can make of that. Well, regrettably, it is making the turn over to the east side. It's flight 732, a 777. Now we'll try to hang on to see this take off from the east side. I don't know what competition it has over there for takeoffs at this moment.
Right 19010.
No, not much right now, just a couple of small jets, so.
18 left, line up and wait, American 2707.
So Kevin at Wellington Flights Live, we're going to come to see you. We've decided, it's been a joint decision, we're all going to charter a jet. What'll it be? Got to be a 747, right? Yes, 747 it is. We'll charter a 747, and we'll come over to see you, Kevin, down in New Zealand. Yeah, can a 747 land at Wellington? Yeah, we'll just try it. And then we'll go over to Australia. Karen Monson says both Australia and New Zealand sound good. Excellent. Pittsburgh Don 77 said, folks on another flight streaming channel, we had a membership gifting train and it went very well today. Can we get it going here? Well, I don't know. It seems like we have had it going here. We've got gotten a lot of new memberships and membership gifting. But, you know, it's... I am happy to have you here with us, whether you're a member or a subscriber or not, but, you know. It's American Flight 2707. It's going to Austin, Texas. It's a 737-800. A little after 11 o'clock here on Runway DFW.
Wait, left line up and wait, American 1217.
Ooh, remember that Eva Air cargo we saw come in very early in the broadcast, if you were with us? It was a 777. Well, it's getting ready to go out. And it's going to Anchorage, so it'll take off from over here. So that means we've got to hang around for that. Because that's what we do. In fact, There it is now. So this is a relatively new 777 freighter, 2 years old. Eva Air Flight 691, going to Anchorage, on its way back to the Far East. It's always nice when you can see a plane take off, or land and take off. Hello, Andrew Albrecht, our newest subscriber. Thank you, Andrew. And Don is okay with flying a 747 or a 380 on our imaginary journey to the Southern Hemisphere. I know. We'll take a 747 there and we'll get a 380 coming back. I'm sure that won't add to the expense of the trip at all. There is a new airline getting ready. In fact, I saw a video of one of its first test flights. Now, is the I can't remember if the airline is called High Fly or if High Fly is operating the jets on behalf of the whatever the parent company is. But the concept is that this company is buying up discarded A380s and is going to use them for high volume markets like New York to London and such. I'm guessing they're going to try to squeeze as many passengers as humanly possible into those big old planes and have a go at it. And I don't know. I wish them luck.
After the traffic, runway 18 left at Yankee, clear for takeoff, US 691.
I don't know that I'd necessarily want to be crammed in like a sardine on an A380 on a long flight, but I don't know. The price is right.
20 left, Whiskey Fox, line for white, American 2564.
Departure, American 785.
Looky here, it's going to make a right-hand turn from the short T and take right off. So off to Anchorage it goes. As we'll see in the foreground here, American Flight 633 arriving from Phoenix. Starting to get a chill in the air here. Thank you, Nolan, for subscribing to Runway DFW After Dark.
Contact departure, Eva 691, good day.
Ryan Svensson, channel member, says, loving the greenish livery. Yeah, we don't see too many airlines that have green in them, in their liveries. You know. A-list flyer Chris clarifying, High Fly does wet lease to other companies. Oh, is that the think we saw the tail. Qatar 777 is now getting ready to rise up. Over there on the east side, it's flight 732. There it is. Well, I'm glad we got to catch that. Kind of a distance away from us, but off to Doha it goes as it vectors off away from us. And what do you know? I think our time has expired. I'm going to start packing things up now on Runway DFW. I know you're saying, Walt, don't go, don't go. But there's really, check the radar, not a lot happening as we expand things out. So, well, that'll do it for that. I would, however, before we go, like to thank James Webb, the channel sponsor of Runway DFW. Thank you, James, for everything you do for us. He popped in the chat with us tonight. That was good to see. We thank Kevin at Airline Videos Live for the use of his power supplies. Kevin, they'll be all charged up for your next visit to DFW Airport. And the Runway DFW Moderation Federation. Gee golly, you guys and gals do a lot for us, and I thank you very much for all of your very excellent service to our channel and to our viewers. So, the winds are not going to be good for the next couple of days, I don't think, but we'll be back with you later this week at some point. The key to finding our next broadcast is to click the notification bell. Subscribe and like if you would be so kind, and we'll see you next time on Runway DFW. Happy contrails to you until we meet again. And oh, by the way, after we conclude all this rigmarole at the end of the broadcast, we'll leave the camera on and you can watch me pack up if you want. But that's an added attraction here on Runway DFW. Happy contrails to you until we meet again. See you soon. Bye.
Travel arrangements for overseas acts and promotional consideration furnished by Pan American World Airways, the world's most experienced airline. Pan Am makes the going great. This is Dick Tufeld speaking.
Park 18 left, clear for takeoff, American at 662. left line 1 out, Bowie, 4050.
All right, we're going to pull down the forbidden music and we're going to play from our other playlist here. Which looks like it's already selected this same song. But it's going to be over in a minute. And so you just hear music and we'll... I'll turn off my microphone, I'll turn on the background camera, and we'll get going on Runway DFW.
The
brightest blend of music all in one place. With more jingles.
Tower, Unit 1342. On the visual, 18 right, east of Johan. Runway 18 right, Unit 1342.
the time. Online. All your favorite hits. We're the home of easy rock. It's the brightest plan.
See what I did there? I was a cone head. Okay, that's... You're out here for so long and you just kind of lose track of things. Okay, oh, Mrs. Runway DFW. I want Walt to just toss that stuff in his car and go, but he is so meticulous about rolling cables and storing cameras. Well, yeah. Okay, anyway, thank you. 210 people still online. I guess most of you are probably still asleep by now, but it really does make a difference to me for you to kind of maintain company with me while I'm doing all this packing up. Got the last few things that I've got to do now, and that will cut me off from you. But thank you so much for being with me tonight. See you next time on Runway DFW.